My name is Anne-Marie. Welcome to lesson 11 of how to play the saxophone for complete beginners. Warm-up time. Now, in the previous lesson, which was lesson 10, I asked you to try to work out how to play the Happy Birthday song in the key of G and in the key of D. Did you manage to work it out? If not, as promised, this is how it goes. You'll hear them played on an alto sax, but the notes will be displayed and they will work for both alto and tenor. Now practice playing those as your warm-up. How to play the note A flat or G sharp. Now, to play the note A flat, you play your A and you put your finger down for the G as well. And this little finger goes here. And that's the key that it goes on. Can you see that? Now, the A flat is also called a G sharp. It's the same note, but depending on what key you're playing in, it's going to be a sharp or a flat. So I'll show you again. Here's your G. Put your little finger on. G sharp. Here's your A. Put your two fingers down. A flat. If you're going from your G and then you put this finger down, it's going to sound higher in pitch than your G. So G to G sharp goes higher. If you're going from your A flat is going to sound lower in pitch. A to A flat. Have a listen. G to G sharp. A to A flat. I'll do that again. G to G sharp. A to A flat. G to G sharp. A to A flat. I'll do that again. G to G sharp. A to A flat. Now, without blowing, practice moving your little finger up and down to strengthen it because you're not used to using it. And then when you've done that a few times, practice moving your two fingers up and down. How to play the note D sharp or E flat. You have all your fingers on. I'm not using the octave key. Here's my D, and then to get to my D sharp, I add this little finger on this key here. Can you see that? Now do the same finger exercises that you did for the A flat and G sharp, and then blow the notes, going from your A down to your A flat and going from your G up to your G sharp. Don't skip on this, make sure you get this right. How to play the A flat major and pentatonic scales. Now this isn't easy, but this is preparing you to play the new song that you're going to learn in this lesson, and it's also preparing you for intermediate level. A flat. Remember how to do that? There's your A flat, same as G sharp, but we're calling it A flat because the scale you're learning is A flat. So A flat, B flat. So here's your A flat and here's your B flat. Do you remember that? 2 fingers and then your side key. However, there's another way of playing a B flat. Look carefully. See that key there and that key there? You're hitting the 2 of them down at the same time. Can you see that? Right, so that one and that one, hitting them down. So from your B flat, however you're playing it, you go to your C. Now the next note in the alphabet would be a D, and that would be a D flat. Now you're thinking, how do I play a D flat? Well, it's the same as a C sharp, so it's all fingers off. So let's start from the beginning. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, which is the same as your C sharp. Then you're going E flat, remember that, all fingers on, and this is with the octave key, and you're using that note there. E flat, F, G, and then your little finger goes on for your A flat. Now this time you're using the sheet music. Look right at the beginning. You have 4 flat signs, and that tells you that you are going to be using the scale of A flat major. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, which is the same as C sharp, E flat, remember your little finger there, F, G, and then you add your little finger for A flat. Let's do the whole scale again. A flat, A flat, B flat, new fingering, B flat, C, all fingers off, D flat, which is the same as a C sharp, E flat, got your octave key, and you've got your little finger there, F, G, and then back to A flat. And this is what it sounds like on a tenor. sounds like this. And on an alto, it sounds like this. Now, to progress towards intermediate stage, you need to start practicing your scales a bit faster. So try and gradually go faster and use the full range of the notes that you know on the instrument. How to play the E flat, major and pentatonic scales. And yes, it's another tricky one. E flat. So this is without the octave key. Remember your E flat. Then you go to your F. Then to your G. Then to your A flat, which is the same as a G sharp. A flat. And then you go to your B flat. Now you can play your B flat either like this with your A and the palm key, side key as I've shown you before, or you can play it by holding down these two buttons right here, these two keys right here at the same time. Can you see that? That's your B flat. Then you go to your C, then octave key, all fingers on for your D, and then add your little finger for your E flat. Now this time you'll have the notation. Look right at the beginning and you will see 3 flat signs. That tells you that you are playing in the key of E flat major. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D with the octave key, and E flat. And this is what it sounds like on a tenor. Don't forget to gradually speed up as you practice your scales. Start off slowly and gradually speed up. Now if you miss out the 7th note and the 4th note, you get your pentatonic scale. It sounds like this. Your E flat, your F, your G, your B flat, then your C, and then up to your E flat with the octave key. And it sounds like this. And on an alto, the E flat scale sounds like this. Take out the fourth note of that scale and the seventh note, and you get your pentatonic scale. And it sounds like this. Now make sure you thoroughly know your A flat major and pentatonic scale and E flat major and pentatonic scale before moving on to the next section. How to play the song Mo Better Blues. Now this song is from a film of the same name, and the key of the song is G flat. Now in previous lessons, when I've taught you songs, I have taught you the song in the scale that I have been teaching you, but this time I'm teaching you the song in its original key. Now what this means for you is that for the tenor saxophone, you're going to be using the A flat major scale, and the alto saxophone, you're going to be using the E flat major scale. It's the same song, although the tenor will sound one octave deeper than the alto. But in order for the tenor and the alto to sound in the key of G flat major, this is what they have to play in, because they're transposing instruments. Now the song itself uses just the notes of the pentatonic scale. So have a listen to it on both alto and tenor playing at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's the sheet music for the alto sax, and here's the sheet music for the tenor sax. Now what I want you to do is learn how to play the song. You can either use the video with the notes written on the video, or you can use the sheet music. If you're using the sheet music, please be aware of the repeat signs, and you also have what's called a first time bar and a second time bar. So basically, it's the line where it has number 1, that's the first time. And then when you go back to the repeat signs, the second time you play it, you miss out the first time bar and you go to the second time bar. And if that's confusing, don't worry. You simply play the whole song through twice, and the second time round you don't play the first time bar. You just miss it out. Okay, so go back to either the alto or the tenor version and make sure you know how to play the song before you go on to the next section. Articulation. And in music, articulation simply means how a note, the sound of a note, is produced. And our key words here are accent, legato or slurring, and staccato, short notes. The symbol above the first note is called an accent, and it means that you accent or you attack the note, so you tongue it. And this line is called a slur, which means all of the notes below the slur line you join together, so you don't have to tongue each note. Another word to describe that is to play the notes legato. Now listen to how I play this. I'll do that again. So the first note, B flat, on an alto, I tongued. I attacked it. And then the rest I slurred. Now the dot in this example means staccato. Staccato literally in Italian means detached, but in music it basically means you play the note shorter. Now listen to how this example sounds different to the first one. I'll play that again. Now, as you can see, I didn't write any articulation markings on any of the scores. In classical music, you're more likely to see that all the time. In popular music, you'll see it as well, but often the player is expected to interpret how they want to play it themselves. So that's what I want you to do today. Can you go back to the song, and I want you to add your own articulations. Where you want to add a staccato, where you want to slur. Try it, play it, see how it sounds. If you don't like it, try it another way. And this is where it's very beneficial to listen to how other people play it. So why not listen to the original version, see how they play it, and see if you like that, or any other versions that you can find. You'll find some links below. Improvising over Mo Better Blues using the pentatonic scale. Now here you're going to hear me playing the pentatonic scale using my alto saxophone in the key of E flat major. I'm only using the notes of the pentatonic scale. I'm literally just running up and down the scale and changing the rhythm. So what I want you to do is I want you to try and do the same thing. And you might be able to find your own patterns, make up your own patterns, and find little parts of the scale that you really like, and just play those notes. And I also want you to think about accenting some of the notes, using some staccato and legato to make it sound your own. Now here you're going to hear me play the tenor saxophone, and I'm playing the A flat major scale on the tenor saxophone. And this time I'm not just sticking to the pentatonic notes, I'm using all of the notes of the major scale. So you can hear the difference, and you can add some of those notes into your improvisation if you wish. I really enjoyed working with you today, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. So until then, bye bye.